Hi everyone, I am Professor Shalini from Mechanical Department. In last lecture we have seen stages of combustion in compression ignition engine. Okay. In this lecture we will see what are different requirements of combustion chamber for compression ignition engines. Okay. Now let's start with requirements. In last unit we have seen that the design of combustion chamber is very important for SI engines. Okay, in this, that is in compression engine ignition engine also design of combustion chamber is equally important. Okay, it is because in SI engine fuel and air are mixed outside the combustion chamber, that is it is mixed in carburetor in case of SI engine, that is spark plug engine, whereas in this compression ignition engine the mixing of fuel and air take place inside combustion chamber when the fuel is injected near the end of compression stroke. Okay, hence during a period of 20 to 35 degree of crank angle only air is being pressed. So in this short period of time air fuel mixture has to be mixed, hence the combustion chamber in this compression engine plays important role because it performs the duties of carburetor in SI engine. Okay, now we will see what are basic requirements of combustion chamber for CI engine. Okay, as we all know, the most important function of compression ignition engine's combustion chamber is that to provide proper mixing of air fuel, and it should be provided in short period of time. Okay, for this purpose there must be organized air movement. The air movement should be organized, which is generally called as air swill. Okay, is provided to produce high relative velocity between fluid droplets and air. Okay, thus the fuel is injected into combustion chamber by injector having single or multiple orifice. The fuel is injected in our combustion chamber through fuel injector, which may have one or more multiple orifice. Okay, if it has single orifice, then maximum delivery of air movement should be adjusted. Okay, hence it should have high air swill. Okay, if two jets of fuel are 180 degree apart, when they required air only half revolution during compression process. Okay, the proper design of combustion chamber is very important as I explained. Okay, in CI engine the fuel is injected during a period around 20 to 30 degrees of crank angle. In this short period of time, an efficient preparation of fuel air charge is required. For what it is required? For even distribution of injected fuel through entire space of combustion chamber. Okay, so that it requires a direct flow of air. Okay, and a through mixing of fuel with air to ensure complete combustion. Abnormal combustion does not take place if there is proper mixing of air and fuel combustion chamber. Okay, so what are on what how smooth combustion depends on, it depends upon small delay period or ignition lag. If the ignition lag is small, then there is smooth combustion. Okay, a sufficient high temperature to initiate ignition. It is controlled by the selection of a proper compression ratio. If we select proper compression ratio, we get high temperature to ignite ignition. Okay, a moderate rate of pressure rise during second stage of combustion, a minimum of afterburning. If there is minimum residual of afterburning, it shows that there is an efficient smooth combustion. Okay, a control even burning during third stage. It is governed by rate of injection. Minimum heat loss to walls. These losses can be controlled by reducing surface to volume ratio. To reduce the heat loss to the wall, we must keep in control the surface to volume ratio. It is generally these losses are controlled by reducing surface to volume ratio. Okay, we will move towards next point, that is types of swill. Okay, there are three types: induction, compression and combustion. We will see in short what is induction swill. What is induction swill? We can say that induction swill, suppose in 4-stroke engine, it can be obtained by two methods, that is by careful formation of air intake passages, or we can obtain it by managing portion of circumference of inlet walls. Okay, second compression swill and third combustion induced. Okay, in first that is in induction swill, by directing the flow of air during its entry to cylinder, this is known as induction swill. Okay, this method is generally used in open combustion chamber. If by forcing the air through tangential passage into separate swill chamber during compression stroke, as it is known as compression swill, and these methods are generally used in swill chambers. Okay, and third one, that is combustion induced, by use of initial pressure rise due to partial combustion to create swill turbulence. This is known as combustion induced one. Okay, and we use this method in pre-combustion chambers or air cell chambers. We can use it in air cell chambers also. Okay, we will see them one by one in details. Number one, induction swill. Okay, in 2-stroke engine, the induction swill is created by suitable inlet port walls. Okay, this is in 2-stroke engine. This inlet ports or inlet walls is used to create induction swill. Swill refers to rotational flow within the cylinder about its axis. In 4-stroke engine, it can be obtained either by careful formation of air intake passages or masking a portion of circumference of inlet wall. Generally, the angle of mass is from 90 degree to 140 degree of circumference. Okay, as I explained, in 2-stroke engine, it is created by suitable inlet ports. Okay, we can obtain this swill can be generated using following methods. Okay, as I explained, there are 2 to 3 methods. Okay, it can be generated by casting lip over one side of inlet wall, or can be generated by masking one side of inlet wall so that air is admitted only around a part of periphery of wall in desired directions. These are pictures. In first picture, we can say induction swill is obtained by massing inlet wall, and in second one we can say switch is used here. It is generally augmented by secondary wall movement. Secondary wall movement is used here. Okay, this swill generated by induction is very weak. Thus, single orifice injection cannot provide the desired air-fuel mixture. Therefore, with induction swill, it is advisable to use multiple orifice injector. Okay, what are advantages and disadvantages? We can say that in advantages, high excess air allows low average combustion chamber temperature. Okay, and this coupled with low turbulence, and hence there are low heat losses, which permits engine induced thermal efficiency. Okay, so that it approach the ideal air cycle efficiency. We can also say that in open combustion chamber, the intensity of swill is less. Therefore, heat loss to combustion wall also reduces, resulting in easy cold starting. We can obtain easy cold starting. Okay, easy starting, high excess air, low turbulence. Therefore, induced thermal efficiency is high. Production of swill requires no additional work. Used with low speeds, therefore low quality fuel can be used. What are disadvantages? as we all know, the major disadvantages is that it is not proportional to speed. Hence, efficiency is not maintained over wide range in when we change engine speed. Okay, as the other disadvantages we can say that small nozzle opening is that it influences the minimum quality of fuel can be delivered per injection. Okay, and hence it introduces complication at light loads and under idling conditions. Okay, influence minimum quality of fuel. Okay, we can also say that it requires when wicks will necessitate excess air, that is low air utilization, we can say that about 60%. Okay, this results in low mean effective pressure and hence large size engine, we require large size engine to give required powers. As the size increases, cost, the engine cost also increases. Okay, next one we will see combustion wheel. Okay, this is second method of generating wheel by combustion wheel. Okay, and it is generally known as swivel chamber. Okay, and it is divided chamber. Okay, a divided combustion chamber is also defined as one in which combustion space is divided into two or more compartments. Okay, between which there are restrictions, or we can say that throttle small enough so that considerable pressure difference occur between these two compartments. Okay, pressure difference between these two compartments are created by restriction. Okay, here very strong swivel can be generated by using compression swivel. Now we will see advantages and disadvantages. What are advantages? Due to strong swivel, a single orifice injector with low injection pressure is required, as low injection pressure allows the duration of injection to be disturbed by little by length or capacity. Okay, large valve, high volumetric efficiency against single injector, less maintenance. Okay, smooth engine operation, greater air utilization due to strong swivel. Okay, and what are disadvantages? We can say cool starting trouble due to high loss and mechanical efficiency, less excess air, low indicated efficiency, 5 to 8% more fuel consumption, decrease exhaust valve life, cylinder more expensive in construction. We will see next type, that is combustion induced. Okay, turbulence combustion chamber generally uses this type of swivel. Okay, nowadays they are not much favored. Okay, there are two more important designs of combustion chamber by using combustion induced swivel. Okay, they are pre-combustion chamber and air cell combustion chamber. Okay, this is created due to partial combustion, therefore known as combustion induced swivel. This method is only used in pre-combustion chamber. In this method, upward moment of piston during combustion forces the air tangentially and fuel is injected in pre-combustion chamber. When combustion of accumulated fuel during delay period burns rapidly in pre-combustion chamber, as air fuel mixture is reached and forces the gases at very high velocity in main combustion chamber. Okay, thank you.